Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, and welcome to today's live trading session. How are you doing? If you check through the market before you join this meeting, you'll discover that there have been a lot of market volatilities currently going on, especially on oil, on US 2000, and on gold. You will notice that there is massive volatility going on across this instrument. All right, you could see it on oil. Oil is having a lot of push-ups, and it's still going to continue. Now, you might not really see the reason for the news, but then from a reliable source saying that US is actually planning to refuel their oil reserve and the rest of them. So I think that's actually what is driving the market. Yeah. And the question is that would this particular volatility continue? And yes, I'll be sticking to yes, especially for the oil. All right. So you're going to be experiencing a further push up on oil. Yeah, you're going to be experiencing a further push up on oil. So if you're an oil trader and you want to take advantage of the move, yes, you have the opportunity, you have the floor, because there is massive volatility on oil currently. All right, I would not advise you to take advantage of the US 2000 because I can't really say categorically what is pushing the US 2000. But of course, after the analysis and we discover that it's still good to buy, of course, you can still go ahead with a buy. But for now, the only one I can root for comfortably is the oil, is that of oil. So for oil, yeah, you can still give that a big push because I still see the oil going higher than where it is. So that being said, it means that Canadian economy definitely will start gaining more strength. All right. So it means that USD CAD supposed to start going down. So if you're a USD CAD trader, of course, this is your opportunity to launch into a sell on USD CAD and also on AUD CAD. Yeah, this is an opportunity to actually follow the sell. So for USD CAD traders and AUD CAD traders, it is a very good sell opportunity for you all. So for USD CAD, AUD CAD, and oil, remember that for AUD CAD, it's going to be a sell. For USD CAD, it's also going to be a sell. But for oil, it's going to be a buy. All right, it's going to be a buy. You don't need to stay too long on the trade. Yeah. All right, so that is actually going to really help. But then, of course, you can actually make a really good amount of money just by following those trades, right? All right, so let's also go through our Forex Factory. I just wanted to say this so that before you get started on other ones, you probably would have had opportunities to really get every other thing straight. All right, so let's take a look at our Forex Factory to see if we have any news if you actually entered any of the trades, you should have already been on profit, especially on oil. You should have been on a very good profit on oil. I don't know how many of you took advantage of it. If that is the only thing you do today, I think it's actually worth it. Don't you think so? All right, don't you think so? Because the push, it's pretty much, and right, you can actually take advantage of it and really make some good profit from there. All right, so let's go forward to our Forex Factory. I'm going to share my screen right about now. Also, a second, let me open my chart, my Forex Factory. All right, great. So here we go. Okay, so all right, so here it is. I believe by now you should be seeing my screen. Okay, you should be seeing my screen, right? All right, so now we're looking at the Forex Factory and also to know what the market has actually been doing and taking advantage of the movement and the rest of them. So today is I think there's a little bit of update on Forex Factory, but let's go back to it. Yeah, much better actually. I think I clicked something else. All right. Now, today is Tuesday, September 5th, and we had a couple of news that actually came out today, just about 3 of them. The first one is a Chinese service PMI, and it came out 2:45 a.m. All right. So that is actually an early hours of the day news. It came out quite early. Then you have another one, the AUD cash rate. All right. We have the AUD cash rate, which actually came out neutral. Then you also had their RAD rate statement. That's a Reserve Bank of Australia rate statement. And this particular rate statement is actually there to give you a kind of a projection towards if they're going to be increasing their interest rates or if their interest rates is not going to be increased. And from the report, let's go through it. Now, just this highlighted part, you said that as it meeting today, the board decided to leave the cash rate target unchanged at 4.010%, and the interest rate paid on the exchange rate balance unchanged at 4.00%. So both the cash rate and every other trades that we've got, every single one of them are on. It came out on unchanged. All right, it came out unchanged. So that particular news is that is actually, well, if you check, you follow the AUD trade very well today, you discover that it was negative. It's been flat all through. It's been flat all through. All right, it's been flat all through. So going back to what we've actually been what we're going to be having today, let's go through the chart and see if it is actually what we can take advantage of also. Even though the volatility on this instrument probably would have ended, then I think it should have given us an opportunity to also. Okay, so a second, let me go back to my chart. Okay. Okay, so this is AUD card, and this is AUD card. And of course, you discover that Canadian AUD, you said, has been flat today. You can see a massive buy. This is actually on 1 hour time frame. But even on this 1 hour time frame, you could see a massive buy that happened just between only today. Today has actually been a very flat day for AUD. All right. And if you also check USD card, you would also notice the same thing. All right. USD card has also, sorry, AUD USD rather, AUD USD I meant to say. AUD USD too has actually been very flat today. Also, it's been a flat day for Australian economy. So going through what is actually here, all the instruments on AUD is very flat. So you can actually go in for a sell on AUD and you should still be able to make some money. Remember that they said their cash rate is remaining the same. All right, so it means that news came out dovish. If you followed that particular day, I was talking about the meaning, the difference between a dovish news and a hawkish news. You would definitely still remember that day. Then you'll be able to understand what I'm saying now. Now, all the news from the AUD came out dovish. All right, so that means AUD is going to be flat for today. All right, so for AUD USD, yes, you can actually go ahead with a sell on AUD USD, knowing that today is actually a technical trading day. There are no much fundamentals, especially from that of the US. All right, so that I will actually give you the push to further go in for a sell on this particular instrument. Now, if it was going to reverse, you probably would have noticed by now that the reversal would have already started. And coming down to AUD card, you already know that AUD is weak today, but then Canadian economy also is strong. Reason is because if you check oil, you could say that oil currently is gathering a lot of momentum. Now, oil is buying. So with that, you know that if you check trade correlations, you discover that there are some instruments that drives other instruments. So oil drives the Canadian economy. All right, oil drives card. So if that is the case, it means that now that oil is strong, Canadian economy is going to be strong. So that means for AUD card, that is actually why I told you AUD card is going to be going in for a sell. And if you had entered the sell, then you would have been on profit also. Then coming down to AUD card also, AUD Canadian economy, like I said, is strong. So, but for AUD CAD, I would not be jumping into a further sell. I already told you to sell from beginning. So if you had sold already, I think it's high time you exit the trade and wait for further instruction. All right. So let's take a look at dollar index coming in fully on this. Let's take a look at dollar index and see what the market is going to be doing. Now, today, dollar has actually been very strong. No doubt about that. Dollar has actually been very strong. So if you've actually been following a buy on dollar index today, you would have made some really good amount of money. And it even made a higher high today. You know, one thing about these instruments is that for the period of time, you've always been seeing a higher high. And look at this particular region where it is. It has gotten to this place sometime back, which is somewhere around here. Let's just rule a line on it. All right, so this is where the market price is right now, which is somewhere around here. And severally that market has gotten to this point. So here is a very strong resistance. Here where it is a very strong resistance. So the probability of market actually retracing when it gets here is very high. Why? Because it has already made a higher high for today. So what you're going to be seeing is going to be a further sell-off. All right, what you're going to be seeing is a further sell-off. So what you can do is that you're going to be setting up two trades. Number one is going to be a sell limit. Then number two is going to be a sell stop. Now, why are you going to be doing that? Now, if you set up a sell limit and it gets there, picks up your trade and it starts coming down, it's also pick up your sell stop and then go all the way down. So for this instrument today, we'll be going in for a sell limit. Going for a sell limit, and then you're also going for a sell stop. Going in for 5 minutes time frame. I hope you understand what I'm saying. You'll be taking up a sell limit and a sell stop. Sell limit I'm talking about is that when it gets to this particular shaded point, you can go in for a sell, which is at price 104.708. 104.708. You can go in for a sell at that point. That is a sell limit. Following this particular trade as a sell limit. Now, I wouldn't want you to just dive into a sell from here, but because I feel like most likely it's going to push up a little bit. All right. So when it goes up, then set up a sell limit, but all the take profit is going to be down here. All right. Our take profit is going to be down here. So your sell limit is at price 104.708. 104.708, because I feel that this market is going to sell. Now, after this massive buy that has happened today, the best option, the best take is for it to sell. All right. But then I don't want to just jump into a sell. Like I said, I want to hold on a little bit for market to push up just a little bit more, then I'll follow it. But instead of me to just be waiting for price to go up, I'll rather set up a sell limit. And that sell limit is going to be at price 104.708. 104.708. All right. And I also told you that you can also take up a sell stop. I also told you that you can also set up a sell stop. So as it's coming down, you can also follow a sell stop at price 104.552. 104.552. So set up both a sell stop and a sell limit. And all your take profit on all these trades should be at 104.511. That should be the take profit on dollar index. All right. So it's a sell limit at price 104.708. 104.708 should be your entry position for the sell stop. And the take profit for the sell stop, sorry, it's not sell, it's sell limit actually, pardon me. It's a sell limit. The entry position for the sell limit is 104.708. Then the take profit for the sell limit would be at 104.511. 104.511. And hope you got that. All right, hope you got that. So the instrument is going to be a buy, a sell this afternoon, but don't enter instant sell. Go in for a follow-up. All right. So that is that for days. Now let's quickly go to Euro USD. All right, Euro USD. I'll be going in for a further sell on Euro USD. Why? Because here was actually a verified support, and it has already broken below it. So I'll be going in for a further sell on Euro USD, and my take profit for the Euro USD is going to be at price 1.07244. 1.07244. That is what my take profit is going to be, and it's going to be a sell. All right, I'll be going in for a sell on Euro USD. I'll be going in for a sell on Euro USD, and my take profit is at price 1.07 244. 1.07 244. All right. Okay, so Euro USD, we'll be going in for a sell. All right. Okay, so it's going to be for Euro USD is an instant sell. I might take profit. So I'm selling at the current market price. My take profit is going to be at price 1.07244. 1.07244. All right. And of course, my favorite instrument. All right. So yesterday I actually told you that you can go in for a buy on Euro on USD JPY, right? I don't know how many of you did. All right. But then, of course, we'll also be going in for a further buy today. All right. We'll be going in for a further buy today on USD JPY. So for USD JPY, I am going in for a buy, and my take profit for this particular buy is going to be just at this point 147.700. I think we should make it at 700. Yeah, not instead of 702. Let's make it at 700. That's 147.700. 147.700. That is where our take profit on this instrument is going to be. All right, 147.700. 147.700. All right, so that is where our entry on USD JPY is going to be. And following it on 5 minutes time frame also, now it has actually given us a better outlook on this particular trade. Look at it. Now it's giving us a very good, you don't need to wait for it to get to that point. All right, you don't need to wait for it to get to that point, but I am actually looking at for a further buy on it. All right, but on 5 minutes time frame, it is actually looking at for a support just formed, a weak resistance just formed on this point. So what you can do is that because of this weak resistance that just came up, all right, because of this weak resistance, let your entry position be at price 147. Someone's video just came on, sorry, and it's blocking my screen. Let me turn it off. All right, good. Now, because of this particular support or resistance that just came up now, I would advise let us enter the trade when it breaks above here. But I personally, I want to go in for a buy. All right, I'll personally be going in for a buy. But then if you don't want to enter the instant buy, you can go in for a pending order. All right. For USD JPY, if you don't want to go for an instant buy, then go for a pending order. So for instant buy, you can go at the current market price, take your profits at price 147.700. 147.700. But then if you want to be a conservative trader and you want to follow the pending order, then enter your trade at price 147.539 and take your profit at the same level. All right. It's either you're taking up instant buy and taking up your profit at price 147.700, or enter a buy stop. Take your with the entry position at 147.539, 147.539, and then your take profit is at the same level, 147.700. So I hope you got that. Did you get that? Did you get that? So it's either you're following instant execution, which I'm going to do, or set up a sell, a buy stop. Your buy stop level should be at 147.539, and your take profit the same level, 147.700. 147.700. All right. Okay, so let's go to the next one. All right, and that is going to be, I don't know how many of you actually took up the trade on Euro JPY yesterday. All right, if you did, it's currently on a verified resistance. Once it goes above that verified resistance, still continue with the buy. I remember we took up a buy yesterday, and of course, if you had held on to the trade, you would have, of course, you would have been able to make some profit today. All right, but then if you didn't, great, just allow it to go above the verified resistance, still follow the buy. All right, that's on Euro JPY, and of course on GBP JPY too. All right, we have a very clear direction also. It's still going to be a further buy. All right, it's still going to be a further buy on it. All right, so that is that for all these instruments. It's still going to be a further buy. But then if you just want to hold on it also for GBP JPY, just allow it to go above here. But on a general, GBP JPY is still going to be on a buy. It's still going to be on a buy trend. Now, this particular sale you had today was basically on fundamental from JPY. But apart from that, you're still going to be seeing a further buy on GBP JPY. Look at, they've been 100% recovery, and of course, there's still going to be a further push up. So this instrument will still going to be ending bullish today. In as much as it has had a massive sell, it will still be ending bullish today. The same thing goes with Euro JPY. I hope you got that. So the same thing has also happened on USD JPY. Okay, so let's go on GBP USD. For GBP USD, I will not be entering my trade instantly. All right, that is because there is a support and there's a resistance just at where price is, just like few pips above and of course below the price. So with that, I'm going to be going in for a pending trade, a buy stop and a sell stop respectively. All right, a buy stop and a sell stop respectively. Sorry, just a second. Okay, I don't even think this is necessary. So let's just leave it for now. All right. So for USD GBP JPY, I'm going to be giving in a buy stop and a sell stop respectively. All right. So for the buy stop, I'll be taking up a buy when price goes above this particular. It's just a very tiny support or resistance, but still, let's try to respect it. So my buy stop entry is going to be at price 1.25. 1.25823, 1.25823, 1.25823. That's my entry position for the buy stop, and the take profit is all the way to 1.25931. 1.25931. Now, a lot of persons are actually rooting for the buy more than the sell, but anyone. So let's take advantage of both of them. You might just end up making profit from both the buy and the sell. So the TP is 1.25931. 1.25931, and for the sell is going to be at price 1.25601. 1.25601. Of course, there is already a massive push up, so you better enter it on time to take advantage of the move. 1.25601, and the TP is 1.25507. Let me call the sell again. The entry is 1.25601. and the TP is 1.25507. All right, so that is that for GBP USD. So let's just take one more on currency pairs, then we'll call it a day. Now, USD CAD, of course, you can also still actually go in for a further sell on USD CAD. Remember, I told you to hold on a little bit. Yeah, but now you can also go for a further sell on USD CAD. So USD CAD is a further sell, and AUD CAD, of course, you should have already been on a sell on AUD CAD and AUD USD. All right, so AUD USD, you can actually consider. I will not want to enter a trade on AUD USD for now. All right, I will not want to enter a trade on AUD USD for now because this is just a retracement. What is happening on AUD USD is just a retracement. So there is no need of taking a trade on AUD USD for today. But for AUD CAD, I'm going in for a sell, and for USD CAD, I'm also going in for a sell. For GBP USD, I'll be going in for pending trades. So let's quickly go through the indices and also look at gold to see what the market is currently doing. So going on 5 minutes time frame on these two instruments. Okay. All right. So let's take this one. Let's leave the 30 out of it. You know, well, our major interest is on these other 4 instruments. All right. So if you check dollar index, you've actually been having a consistent fall on dollar index. So actually had a couple of buys today, and then of course a couple of sells. If you check it out on 1 hour time frame, you could see, all right, it actually had a sell at the early hours of the day, and then now having a buy. All right, so now the question is that, is the buy going to be over? Has the buy ended? Well, I am not looking at as it from that angle. I'm actually looking at for a further buy on this particular instrument. All right, I'm looking out for a further buy on this particular instrument. Even though on 1 hour time frame, on 5 minutes time frame, you could be seeing some retracements and the market trying to make some corrections and the rest of them. But I would not be going in for the sell. But rather than on US30, I'll be going in for a buy on US30. I will also be going in for a buy on US100. And my TP for the US100 will just be at this level at price 154.89.83. 154.89.83. That's on US 100. So for US 100, I'll be going in for a buy on it. I'll be going in for a buy on US 100. Right? I'll be going in for a buy on US 100. All right. And my TP for the US 100 is going to be at price 15489.83. 15489.83. So that's actually where I'm targeting for today. So that's where I'm targeting for today on US 100. All right. Now, taking a look at US 2000. Now, US 2000 has actually been having the opposite. Now, at the early out this afternoon, around 2 p.m., you could see a massive push up, a buy on US 2000. All right. Just after a few minutes, you started seeing a little bit of a reversal or retracement. Right, but then coming down to now, you could see that there's been actually a consistent sell. But now, is the sell going to stay for a very long time? Well, I'm not going to be entering a trade on US 1000 until it is until it's 2:30. All right, so 2:30 is actually my preferred time to enter a trade on US 2000. So don't hold on US 2000 until it's this. But then for US 100, you should have already been on a profit on the buy. All right, so but also on US 30 and gold. All right, so gold, I'm actually looking out for a further sell. Now, looking at it on 1 hour time frame, okay, sorry, a further buy, I meant to say. Looking at it on 1 hour time frame, you could see that there is a little bit of a retracement, but I am not counting this retracement, all right? I am not banking on this retracement. So I am looking out for a little bit of a push up this afternoon, then any other thing can happen, all right? So for US 30, I'm going to be going in for a sell on US 30. US 100, of course, you should already be on a buy. And US 2000, yeah, we can go in for a buy for US 2000. There's going to be a massive push up on US 2000. So for US 2000, yeah, you can go in for a buy on US 2000. US 100, it's also a buy. And US 30, I'm not going to be banking on this particular sell that is going on. All right. But if the sell gets to this point, I will enter a sell. But if it gets to this point, I'll follow the buy. All right. But for gold, yeah, gold you can actually buy. All right, you can go ahead with a buy on gold. For US 30, don't enter trade until it goes above here or comes below this point. So any of them that happens is what we're taking. All right, so for US 30, hold on to the trade. Don't enter anyone. If it goes above 34891, we'll go in for a buy. But if it goes below 34856, we'll go in for a sell. Now, you could see that there's just a lot of indecision in US 30 market. There's just a lot of indecision in US 30 market, and you don't want to be caught up in this kind of trade. The volatility is just so massive, and you don't want to be caught off in it. It's just moving up and down. There is no any specific direction. Now, it is now a buy. See, it has been able to break above that point, so you can comfortably go in for a buy on US 30. So for US 30, it's going to be a buy for us. All right. So this is actually one of the ways you can target your trade and know what you're going to be doing. So for US 30, you can go in for a buy on it. It has already broken above here. So I'm actually looking out for a further buy on US 30. And US 100, all right, it's already got a TP, which is at price 15489.38, right? So if you're still there, it's still going to hit that point again. For US 2000, whoa, there have been a massive pullback on US 2000. But I would not advise you to follow the sell. All right, I will not advise you to just jump into the sell on US 2000. Hold on until it goes below this particular verified support. All right, you don't want to get caught on the trade. All right, so for US 100, yeah, it's going to be a further buy. US 30 also is going to also push up, and gold is also going to push up. But then you have to be a little bit patient for the market, because now there's going to be there is no any fundamental. What we're trading on fully is technical analysis. So even though you're having all those plenty volatility, it's not going to stay for a very long time before the market gets back to how it is doing. So for US 30, like I said, US 30 is still going to go in for a buy. Don't enter sell on US 30. For US 100 also, it will still go in for a buy. Don't follow the sell on US 100. Then for US 2000, I told you don't follow the sell on US 2000 because I feel that is just a fake out. All right. It was too fast to actually be the way it is. So what you're going to be doing is just hold on for it to consolidate, then follow up the buy from where it is. So you can follow up the buy from all the way down at this point. All right. But for US 30 and US 100, it's still going to push up a little more. Gold also is still going to push up a little more. All right, so great. For our trade, okay. Okay. I don't know. Did I give you the sell entry position for that USD IDX? I told it was going to be either a buy stop or a buy limit. Sorry, a sell stop or a sell limit. I don't know. Okay, I think I gave you the one for the sell stop. All right. If I gave you the sell stop, now great. It means that it's good. But then it's going back to this buy on sell limit point. And it's going to trigger it and it's going to come all the way down. So don't close your USD IDX trade. Don't close your USD IDX trade. All right. Don't close your USD IDX trade. And for Euro USD, you should already be on profit on this particular trade. But if you're not, I think you should already be on profit. On USD JPY, all right, it is still pushing up. USD JPY is still all the way up. All right. And GBP USD, of course, okay, still dancing in between here, but it's definitely going to pick up as soon as possible. Gold is going to don't be caught up on any of the trades. Don't be caught up on the sell, especially because now looking at dollar. Sorry, look at US30. Look at US30. Why I always tell you that don't be caught up on the sell is because this particular instrument, there is a reversal on it. It has already reversed into a buy. So if you're not careful and then you just rush in and then you rush out once you see a tiny negative, you're going to make a lot of negative losses. So what you do is that just hold on the trade and then you're going to make some, because US30 is on an uptrend. US 100 also is also on an uptrend. All right. It's currently giving us that uptrend direction. So that is what we're going to be doing for today. All right. For US30 and US 2000. All right. So that is that. For corn, wheat, and soybean, we're not able to take it yesterday because yesterday was bank holiday. But then we'll be going in for a sell on corn and wheat, but a buy on soybean. A sell on corn and wheat, a buy on soybean. But that buy on soybean, please don't stay long. I would actually advise don't even take the soybean, just take the corn and wheat. Corn and wheat are both going in for a sell. Corn and wheat should be going in for a sell. You don't need to take that of the soybean. You don't need to take the soybean. Just go in for a trade on corn and wheat. But if you want to go for soybean, don't stay long on the soybean. All right. Don't stay long on the buy on soybean. All right. Don't stay long on the buy on soybean. So that is that for today. So corn and wheat is going to be a sell. Soybean is going to be a buy. All right. And once the US 1000 goes below the verified support, then go in for a sell and follow it all the way down. All right. Now it has gone below the support, but it has not been able to close below the support. So once it does, follow the sell and follow it all the way down for US 2000. For US 100, it's still going to be a buy. Now for US 30 also, it's still going to actually push a little bit higher. All right. But for US 2000, once it goes, okay, fine, it has gone below it. So you can actually follow up with the sell, but don't stay long because the trade also is actually on an uptrend. Also, the reversal has actually been established. So this is actually what is happening right now. All right. And I'm not expecting it to go below here before the reversal. So that's why I said you should actually not follow the sell. But if you want to follow the sell, just take it out and then don't stay long on it, then stop. All right. You can follow the sell, but don't stay long. Follow the sell, but don't stay long on US 2000. Once you see any tiny retracements, then you can go back on the buy with it. All right. So that is that for today on this particular instrument. All right. So for oil, if you actually took oil, you should have already made some really good profit on oil. Now oil is still going to push up due to the fundamental. All right. So we're still going to be a little bit of a push up on oil due to the fundamental. And for AUD USD, I said I would prefer not to take up any trade on AUD. Sorry. I'll prefer not to take up any trade on AUD USD for today. I'll prefer not to take up any trade on AUD USD. Just allow it to consolidate. Then I told you for USD card, I'll be going in for a sell. And for AUD card is going to be a sell. USD card also, it's a sell. And then GBP USD is a pending order. Then USD JPY, GBP JPY and Euro JPY are all on a buy direction. Then USD JPY is a buy. All right. So you can either decide to enter an instant execution, which is what I did, or just set up a pending order at that point. Then for Euro USD, it's also a sell. So that is going to be bringing us to the end of today's meeting. And remember that we said agro commodities. I'm going to be selling my agro commodities, and I advised you should actually avoid soybean for today. All right. Now that is actually due to some fundamentals that I saw. I am not so sure of it, which is actually why I don't want to talk about it, because I wouldn't want to tell you something that I am not so certain about. All right. But you can take on corn and wheat. You should be able to make profits on those two. All right. So that is okay. So that is actually what we're going to be calling it a quit for today. Thank you everybody for joining me today. And let's do the same thing tomorrow, the same time, 2 p.m. every single day, Monday through Friday. So 2 p.m. every single day. We don't do analysis on DE30. That of yesterday was just in passing. I also made mention of that. It was just in passing. I just said that because there was a trend on that particular instrument. That was why I gave you a trade on DE30. But we don't normally do a trade on DE30. Even the oil, I know some of you will also ask me for oil for tomorrow, but we don't do oil trade at this time. All right. All right. So that is going to be all for today. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. And we'll see again tomorrow, same time, 2 p.m. to 2:35 p.m. Do have a lovely day.